there we go. Okay. What would you say if I told you I knew how you could live a happier, healthier, more productive life, and how you could get better grades in school? I'm sure you guys as college students would all be interested in that. Having creative pursuits, whether that be drawing or knitting or painting or photography, enrich our lives in ways that you can't even imagine. I'm a photographer, and I've kind of found my medium and what makes me happy and what allows me to be creative when I'm not doing my, mundane job or being a mom or all those other things. According to American psychology, they state that out of the 6 most happy-inducing activities, 4 of them are related to the arts: dancing, singing, painting, and the like. They also state that you can greatly improve your psychological healing from traumatic events by tying it into art therapy. They've done this with child abuse victims all the way up to people suffering from PTSD, and have found that it doesn't involve medication, it's not invasive, and it can help some people work through those issues without any problem. Being creative in one way or another can
hit the right button.
The right button. Thank you. Being involved in the arts can help with your health. It has been shown to reduce stress, cardiovascular events such as heart attack, because you tend to calm down and control those kind of things when you're being creative. As far as mental health, they have shown dramatic improvement in people dealing with nearly every mental health condition that there is outside of schizophrenia by pursuing some form of the arts. And it's different for everybody. And lastly, and what mostly applies to us as college students, is better grades. So the Americas for the Arts Institute says that high school students that have an artistic pursuit, whether that be band, orchestra, drama, or anything like that, are 4 times more likely to be recognized academically. They are 3 times as likely to hold an office in their schools. They are 4 times as likely to participate in math and science fairs, and they are 3 times as likely to be given an award either for poetry or their literal pursuits. So, though you wouldn't think stopping to doodle would make you a Rhodes Scholar, it definitely can help you get better grades. There is a connection between art and our health. I can hear at least a few of you now thinking, I'm not creative, I don't have the time, and I don't have the money. Well, I've already talked to you about how you should make the time. As far as the money, you have a pencil in your hand as a student, you can doodle. You all have phones, they all have cameras on them. You can take them out and take pictures of everything. And I challenge all of you to do that at least once a day for the next 30 days. I guarantee that you're going to see something, and you're going to see those skills improve, you're going to capture the world around you, and you're going to have beauty to share with other people. And everyone sees the world differently. So just because you see this beautiful flower in the front yard does not mean that the puppy in your house or the little boys playing, everybody has something that is beautiful to them and see the world differently. Now, I know you guys can't see this very well. I'm going to shuffle lights real quick. All of these were taken at the same event with the same models. I lived in El Paso, Texas, so down in Texas, next to Mexico. Dia de los Muertos is a big deal. So I belonged to a group called the Creative Photographic culture club. And what we did is we got together once a month and we had models, most of them from a modeling agency, Wilhelmina Bazaar, and we had makeup artists, fashion designers, photographers. We'd get together and we would all take photographs. I mean, as you saw by the two examples, those were the same girls on the same night, posed dramatically different. This one right here is mine, and the one on the end is mine. These are two gentlemen who took the other two. The feelings are different, the skills are different, the poses are different, everything is different, yet they were taken maybe moments apart. So I just want to make sure that you understand, whether it's a doodle or a photograph, that you will see beauty somewhere, and it's going to be different than your neighbors. Photography in particular makes you use your left and your right brain. Obviously, there's the element of art, but there is also elements of math. You have to learn about lighting formulas. The lighting in this room has a ISO number, which is the quality of the light, the quantity of the light. How does that play when you take the picture? So if I were to point the picture right now at Beth, I have to compensate for the type of light we have. Well, if I don't understand how much light we have in this room, which would be a mathematical equation, then I'm not going to be able to take that photograph properly. There's a triangle of aperture, exposure, and ISO. Again, a math formula. You have to know your math in order to take good pictures. As far as drawing goes, you have to know spatial awareness to make sure that the head and the eyes and the nose of the person you're drawing all make sense. Science also comes into play, particularly with photography. You have to understand what light is. You need to understand color theory. If you're working with models and fashion and some of those aspects, you need to understand that, you know, the red backdrop might complement, you know, the red or the blue, but might not look so good with orange. And that is a scientific element. You have to understand all these things in order to make that art work, but you have to start somewhere, and that somewhere is with the pencil in your hand, or with that camera phone, or with a paintbrush. I work with the elderly, and my client paints the most beautiful things you've ever seen. She doesn't anymore. The reason she started painting is her husband lost his hearing, and she could no longer communicate with him. So she wanted to take up a hobby. She took up this hobby at 78 years old, and her paintings look like photographs. They sit there, and we talked about one all morning. It's a bird of paradise. She's Hawaiian, so that is her piece of Hawaii in her life, and it is amazing to me that at 78 years old, she said, I think I'll figure out if I'm a painter or not, and did it, and did beautifully. I challenge all of you to create every single day. And I wanted to close with a quote from Sophia Loren. And she says, there is a fountain of youth. It is your mind, your talent, your creativity. When you learn to use this, you will have defeated age. And as ladies, for the most part, we all want to defeat age. Thank you.